Move along. It is 7 PM on Tuesday, September 21st, 2021, and we are going to open the Committee of Committees meeting. We are still under the self-imposed rules of COVID, allowing people to attend remotely, also requiring us to do roll call at every vote. So if you would do, please.
Bill Multisi,
Here.
John Talbot,
Here.
Chris Sample,
Here.
Nathan Oz,
Here.
John Christensen. Here. William Luxinger is absent. Rick Worm,
Here.
Brenda Ondibaney, here. Brett Fergie.
Here.
Is William gonna attend remotely?
He's not on yet.
All right.
He did say maybe if he's available.
All right.
If he pops up, we'll look. Otherwise, we'll move on. We'll take a motion for the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Nathan makes a motion to approve the August 17th, 2021 committee meeting minutes. John seconds. Roll call. Any discussion? Not hearing any. Roll call.
John Talbot,
Yes.
Chris Samples,
Abstain. I wasn't here for the meeting. I have no idea what was supposed to be in the minute. I did read them though.
If you read them and you agree with them, you can vote for
How
them.
can I agree with them? I wasn't here for it.
Well, you can still agree with the content.
Just approving that you.
Yes.
so you're
Read 'em.
saying, okay.
No, I just still abstain.
Okay. Nathan Oz,
Yes.
John Christensen. Yes. And William Luxinger is absent. Bill Multisi.
Here. Yes.
All right, motion passes at 7:03.
Hmm.
Move on the report. Did anybody have any questions on the fuel or water reports? I could bring them up, but my computer has officially died. We'll try to fix it, but other than that, any
I-
questions on the fuel or water report?
No.
Me neither.
Left side?
Nope.
All right. Something I have that's not on the agenda. This morning, mayors of Stillman Valley and Byron, Marty Tipper and John from Byron met here with me. We met with a company called Surf Broadband. Surf Broadband. They are looking at coming down the 72 corridor to provide, similar to what the folks we talked to from Kirkland, to provide fiber optic to people's houses. They do not want anything from us as far as money or anything along those lines. All they need are permits. They will do the directional boring. They are currently, let me pull up my notes here. Last night, they Sterling approved their package and they are moving forward. So it was approved last night. They'll be breaking ground in December. They are currently in Ottawa and LaSalle for the last year and a half, Elkhart, Indiana for the last 25 years. They have 14,000 customers, I think they said, across Illinois, Indiana. But their slowest speed they offer is 100 megabytes and they offer up to a gigabyte. And their rates are very comparable to what people are paying now for faster speeds.
Well, let's move on this. If that fiber optic's gonna come down 72.
We already here.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've asked them to set up a date to come in, but they're available on Tuesday to come and talk to the board in October. Again, we're looking for competition. Anything will help the residents, especially with all the people now working from home. The strange thing about their services, though, typically when you get internet, you get like, 50 upload, 20 download. Theirs is balanced. It's 100 up, 100 down.
Is that the one that brings it in and it's going to distribute it through a WISP
Do what?
wirelessly?
No, it will be wired right to your house. It will be
From
fiber
day
optic.
one?
What?
From day one when they get, is that the
From day one.
gentleman that spoke to us?
No,
Not
different
that,
company. This
Different.
one, they said they're putting 120 million in northern Illinois every year. And they want the Illinois corridor because they're already hooked into the,
Internet service isn't going away.
so they would have to bore like the cable does in each
Yeah.
house to get.
so it would literally be fiber optic in front of every house, fiber optic up to your house. And at your house, inside your house, it would convert from fiber to analog. And then it would go copper to the house. They have their routers that they offer, small router. You can buy them yourself if you want, but they offer a 1, 2, or 3 nesting option for their routers,
Yeah, okay.
which is nice for the people that have Nest systems. Everything they said was pretty cool. It's really literally all they needed from us are permits.
Yeah. Well,
I
they
asked
have
them
better
about
luck.
their peds because that's something that concerned me since Xfinity went through. I don't know if you guys ever heard about that when Xfinity went into some of the suburbs. They were putting giant orange cabinets in people's yards. All their peds, except for the main terminals, are ground level. They're just a black cap at ground level.
I hope they have better luck boring than other people. have had.
We're well aware of what happens with directional boring, aren't we, Brett?
Mm,
They like to hit sewer lines.
So is there a charge
no.
from the street to my home? Is there gonna be a charge for that?
They said there is no installation charge. They will actually put all the nodes in for every single house when they run it. That way, if somebody wants it later on that doesn't get it right out of the gate, they will be able to install it without an installation charge.
And who were they again?
They're Surf Broadband. Sounds good. I mean, I'd like
Yeah,
to
it
come
does.
make the presentation to you guys, so you guys can all hear it. And again, if all they're asking us for are permits and give our residents another option,
Mhm, mhm.
worth a listen.
Hey, they're gonna be less intrusive than all the cable boxes I already got in my front yard.
No, and like my neighbors have the giant 3 foot by 3 foot electrical cube.
I have evergreens.
Yeah,
around
that's
mine.
Yeah,
That's
which they're all supposed to be in back of our houses, but they never pushed it, and ComEd and Nicor don't care. But they said they're willing to work with us. They would actually, when they get into their planning stage, they would actually want to go around with Public Works to find out where they could put this stuff to make it the least conspicuous. They want to keep it hidden. They would actually build a structure somewhere to keep their main terminal indoors. But yeah, it sounds like they're
Hmm.
wanting to move, and exactly. Not like the phone and
And put ruts
electric one
in
we have
the-
sitting in the bottom of the ditch.
In the mud.
It's a year old now. They don't need to do that now. They'll wait until it's fresh.
Yeah, there's no wireless involved in it. It is all
That's messed up.
hardwired to the house, fiber to the house. And then whatever you have in your house, if you're running gig speed routers in your house, it's gonna be fast until it leaves the fiber network somewhere else. All right, so that will be, I've got the information here. If you guys would like to look at this stuff, folks that came today were very nice. It was Terry and Jennifer from Surf. They were very, very knowledgeable what they were talking about. And
Maybe
Rick, I have a question.
running it then.
Do they offer telephone service with this?
they do.
Oh,
She said it's about $30 a month for their telephone service.
Okay, that's good. I don't think that Xfinity offers phone stuff, do they?
They do.
Yeah, they
My
do.
father has, because Comcast, they
Mm.
have. So Byron and Monroe Center, or sorry, Byron and Stillman both have Comcast. So that's who they're competing with. Here they'd be competing against MediaCom, LR,
That's good. That's-
Frontier,
Frontier.
the companies that,
I didn't-
I would like a solution that someday comes along where there won't be somebody on the community page that will have to put out the down. Everything
Yeah.
fails, it would be down. Eventually. All right, back to the agenda. You have the FOIA report?
Well, it's in everybody's packet.
Any questions on the FOIA report? Moving on. Anything else?
I do not have anything.
You have anything under treasurer?
I have nothing.
All right, then we're moving on to committees, community development events.
All I have is that I'm starting to plan the Halloween drive-through, which will be on October 16th. And I was gonna change the times instead of doing like a 2 to 4, doing a 3 to 5, because we have our sports this year, like soccer and football, that'll still be going on, to give those kids a chance, if they're not playing, to be able to come through. And I think that's it.
All right. I feel like I missed it. Finance, not
Nothing.
here.
Yes, nothing.
All right, ordinance enforcement.
Nothing.
I usually check him off and then skip him. Nothing, Bill?
Nothing.
All right, I didn't skip you. Parks,
Nathan's still trying to work on coordinating meeting with Fairgrams. So we can continue discussions with the pond. Coworker I work with was out here with her family. One of their children or a couple of their children are involved in soccer. And obviously they've played soccer games in Byron, Winnebago, Pecatonic area or whatever, wherever the teams are playing. And she said by far, these are probably some of the nicest soccer fields she's seen as far as just the shape they're in, given the lack of rain and how they play. And her kids said they were great and a whole bunch of compliments. So I did speak to Nate. I did pass it along to Nate, but I just wanted to pass that along to everybody else as well, that people do notice Nate's and the crew's hard work is going in. I'm sure there's been an excessive amount of water to keep all this going, but just wanted to pass along. We're getting some compliments and said ours were better than Byron's. So that did come up for what it's worth.
Anything else?
No.
All right, streets and ditches.
Well, apparently I have a resolution to discuss for authorizing execution of a locked price sales agreement for September 1st, 2021 to April 30th, 2022.
I know.
Yes, so they say they just want to lock in a price to buy, LP gas for the tanks, so
Yes.
that over winter time we get that price.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see an issue with that,
Yeah.
is there?
And we've done it every year.
Isn't there, do they lock in at a certain, not to exceed? Is
Yes.
that what it is?
It's on, I
What's our not to exceed amount there, Fergie?
think it was,
I don't handle,
You don't know?
no, that's. Brenda.
Why is it
handle
under
that.
street?
he told me out loud.
It says upcoming winter at a 1.399 for.
Yeah, no, I read it.
Okay.
No, I read that. I meant
read
the
it too.
total price,
Oh.
like how much do we expect to spend? I thought when
I
we
think
did
they guarantee,
resolutions, we
like,
needed
so
to
many
have,
gallons of-
Oh.
Does it say that?
It says 4,000 gallons.
4,000 gallons, they guarantee at that price.
all right.
So the idea is that
I don't think
somewhere
we'll
below
use-
that.
Well, 4,000 gallons times how many, what, $1, what was it? What was the price?
$1.39.9.
Yeah. So I assume that would not to exceed that amount, whatever that price is, like, our next meeting, right?
What's
Do we
resolution?
need that
It's-
or
The
sorry, do you
resolution
need?
is just approving the agreement.
Oh, all right, then the next meeting will, I assume we can put that on the consent agenda, right?
Yes.
Anybody have an issue with locking in at $1.39? Is that what you said?
No,
39.9.
Yeah, $1.39.9.
they're saying gas.
Oh,
prices
sorry,
are so-
$1.39.9.
9/10 of
I don't know why they can't go with $1.40, but whatever.
That psychological thing.
It must be,
No, I
which
have
is
no-
probably a decent price,
Yeah.
So we might as well get locked in so we don't have to spend more money than we have to. At up to 4,000 gallons. All right, sounds good. Fergie, do we have anything else?
No,
Then that's it for
Streets haven't
streets
moved?
and ditches.
nope, still there.
Good. All right, Nathan, utilities?
All right, I have a discussion on the draft resolution. There was some wording that was a little off on the resolution number 2145 that we needed to recorrect. Even though we corrected, we needed to recorrect some more. So
Bill, will you pass those back around so I can?
some better bidding agreements, improving the authorization and execution of a revised biocide land application service agreement between the village and the village of Davis Junction and Dam Enterprises.
All he did is change the wording to add that if authorized, appropriation authorized by the village.
Correct, and then there was something else that needed to be
The date,
changed again,
Because
right?
there was
the
an
date,
extra-
The date,
extended
that's
the
right.
date.
We need date extension.
I assume we could put that on the consent agenda too, huh? Anybody opposed to that?
No, I don't- that sounds great, Chris.
Thanks. Yeah.
Well, Chris is just saying, you want to handle the next ones?
Oh,
He's in a
done.
consent agenda mood tonight.
He's trying to get out of here.
All right,
The other one was the discussion of price of the harvester pump at wastewater. We don't have that yet.
No, not yet, still
So
working
that
on
will
it.
be on hold for
Yep.
another day. As we
All right.
still wait pricing.
I'll update.
keep it on the next agenda so we can
Yeah,
discuss.
we can put it on the next one. Maybe it'll be there by then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our operator, he's on vacation too, so
Okay.
we're kind of going between him, myself and a couple of vendors, so it'll be about a week till we know anymore.
Now that way, if it pops up, we can share the information through the packet and people have time to review it before we approve it.
Exactly. Other than that, then it kind of completes me today.
All right,
Fantastic, Nate.
anything on unfinished business?
Yes,
Okay,
do you happen to have an update on those people that were supposed to do the phone thing, the cabinet thing, and the building that got all messed up? I forgot the name of the company.
In Verizon?
Verizon?
Yeah, is there an update on them?
No.
No, their lawyers are not cooperating with Dan very.
We're just spending money.
But you haven't gotten an update from
Nope.
our attorneys. Yeah,
Nope,
the last
nothing
time,
Since the last one.
right, the last time they said that Verizon's attorneys weren't very responsive and
Yeah,
they were continuing to try to communicate with them, but we haven't had a update from our attorneys for what, 6 weeks?
I would at least, I think didn't they change attorneys?
Yeah, somebody
Or
somebody
something.
left.
The one guy
Yeah.
left. was-
The guy they
left
were
was-
dealing with
Yeah,
left.
somebody left and they had to, new attorneys, and so they had to look everything over and get back to Dan, which I don't think they're doing a very
No,
they're not very responsible at doing it, but.
That's a shame.
well, they're not gonna change anything, so there you go.
You could be right.
You guys considered that just might be a ploy to keep delaying this?
Well, being that they have attorneys on staff, oh, that's nice. They have attorneys on staff and we don't. We just keep paying ours. They can delay all they want and it's just gonna keep making us spend money. They realize that.
Is that why that beeps?
No, this thing is just,
Time to go.
I'm trying to make it work. So we don't have to buy another one.
Or across the room.
So that's the only update we have is that we have none. Then the last significant update we had, I think, was that somebody had left the firm and the last one prior to that was that we could cash the checks without agreeing that they were
In compliance.
in compliance.
Yes.
So those were the last two updates we've had. So
It's nothing.
Okay, thank you.
just wanted one more noise.
Mhm.
Anything from anybody else? Anything other on public, Linda?
No, thank you for your time.
Anything from any of the board members or officers or employees?
Motion to adjourn.
So
I make a motion to adjourn. Chris seconds. Roll call.
Nathan, wait. Nathan,
Yes.
Jen,
Yes.
William is absent, Bill Mulkey,
Yes.
John.
Yes, Brenda.
yes.
We are adjourned at 7:18.